What's good everyone, yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's here, and first of all, apologies for the bad lighting and apologies for the mess in the background. It's currently nighttime over here in Australia and I'm also doing a bit of work in the back trying to fix up my setup, so not ideal, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys, and you guys already know what's going on. It's another week, it's another day, it's another hour in the long drawn out episode that is this whole Lotta Red rollout, I guess you could call it. So, as we know, despite a lot of anticipation and a lot of hype, mainly due to this IG post from Carti, unfortunately no whole Lotta Red, which a lot of people were anticipating was going to drop. And to be honest myself, I'm not even that surprised, and I was even talking to some friends about it and I was kind of saying, look, I'm not getting my hopes up too much. Even though we did post that on IG, I'm still not fully convinced, and I'm going to lay out and kind of give my reasons why in this video. And before I get into it, a quick shout out from my Instagram goes to Max Robert McNeil, big supporter of the channel, and a big shout out goes to him. Always appreciate the love and you guys show me over on my Instagram, really means a lot, at yadiiiigg, and make sure to follow me if you guys aren't. Anyways, let's get into it. Whole Lotta Red, why it didn't drop, let's go. So there are a couple reasons, and firstly is leaks, and I don't think some people realize the magnitude of leaks that we've gotten from Carti this year. A Twitter account posted this, and although I can't verify this information, it doesn't sound too far-fetched, and I wouldn't be surprised if at this point it's around that ballpark. I know in 2019 alone, according to my own files and not including his features, we've gotten somewhere in the vicinity of 30 to 40 leaked songs. Now, of course, these 30 or so songs weren't all going to be on a whole Lotta Red, aren't all new songs made in 2019, but at the same time, the majority of the most anticipated snippets that everyone was going crazy for leaked, from Cancun to Buffy the Body to Molly, Pyru, Goku/Asma, Red on Red, Neon. I could keep going, but you guys get the picture. Also, this needs to be said, that is an absurd amount of leaks we're talking about. 30 to 40 songs isn't regular for normal artists, and from a label/management perspective, it shows a clear mishandling and a clear mismanagement of security. As a Carti fan, you're kind of used to getting leaks so frequently that it almost normalizes the idea of music leaking, but this amount of leaks isn't normal by any definition, and at this stage there is literally no doubt, like nobody could argue that leaks haven't impacted this rollout. So I think primarily when we take a look back at the whole announcement of whole Lotta Red in 60 days and all that stuff that Carti was doing, what led him to breaking that promise and breaking the 60 days and taking this long is really the leaks. We know via Pierre that they've been working hard, and Iggy suggested that the 48 hours meant that Carti was locking in the studio for 48 hours, so there's no doubt Carti is in work mode and he's trying to get this album done. But for sure, leaks have tainted this album. And before we move on, just a reminder about my merch, guys. We do have the Travis and we do have the Carti tees on deck. They're fire. Links in the description to cop if you're interested. Also, do make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on those notifications so you guys don't miss a video of mine. But let's continue with this video. And secondly, to touch on, and I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that I don't realistically see Carti at this stage in his career doing a surprise drop. And what I mean by surprise drop is a literal surprise drop. I mean him announcing an album in 2 hours or 2 days with no prior rollout, no prior singles, no nothing. You can say to a certain extent that Die Lit was a surprise drop, but in reality it wasn't entirely in a sense, because Love Hurts with Travis Scott of all people just dropped the week before to promote the album, get Carti's name back out there and begin the rollout. And there's a big difference between dropping an album with no Travis Scott single released the week before and dropping an album with a Travis Scott single released the week before, and that's no question. Furthermore, even before Die Lit, Soft Hearted was far from a surprise drop with 2 lead singles, so just based on his other projects, a surprise drop doesn't really make sense. And you gotta remember, Carti is on a major, he's on Interscope, they plan to have this album out already, so being this deep and taking this long to make this album, they've spent a lot of money that they want to make back. Some people don't understand how costly an album can be to make, from paying for studio time, to producers, to features, to promotion, etc, etc. And from a label's perspective, this is all an investment that they're paying for so they can make money back and then a whole lot more. So I just don't see Interscope wanting to do a surprise drop either, and I'm expecting at least a little bit of a rollout marketing plan for a whole Lotta Red, even if it's just a lead single with some merch or something simple like that. Sure, people like Beyonce or Drake can do a surprise drop, but there's a reason that trend that megastars on that level were doing didn't translate to the second or third tier artists, and there's a reason why people like Young Thug, Travis, Lil Baby, Gunna, Rich the Kid, Kodak Black, damn near any mainstreamish artists do rollouts. It's because it's the most effective way to garner hype for an album, and really at the bottom line, it's the most effective way to make money and generate revenue for an album in a holistic sense for a label. And that's why I kinda didn't buy into the whole 48-hour hype too much, and if anything, I thought maybe we were just gonna get a single. But those are my thoughts on why it hasn't dropped and where it's at. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you haven't, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to your boy. Also, turn on those notifications, follow me on Instagram at yadiiiigg, and there are more videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.